So we are back with the best series, single-handedly, Roblox versus Sim Racing. Here is our current ranking with Assetto Corsa Competizione, Gran Turismo, Assetto Corsa, and CUR from Roblox in S tier. That is our S tier lineup. Then we have Formula Classic and Project Track Day in A tier. Finally, at our bottom tier, we have the Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate tier with nothing yet. If you want the reasoning behind this, then watch the last video. We're going into the next 3 sims and then the next 3 Roblox sims. So let's get into it. This video may have ran me a tiny bit of money just because I needed to buy the sims. I also kind of needed to spend money to close my own bank account, so I didn't purposely go out and spend money for this video. I just kind of ended up spending it along the way. But our first game is, and this is an easy 8.5 out of 10. It's so good. The fact that I have to have mechanical sympathy, it changes how I drive, how I race. I can't redline the car forever because then I'm going to overheat the coolant and oil. You have to know where the limit is and not push it forever. And you could go over the limit too. That's the cool part. You can push it further, but you have to know the consequences. If I push further than what the car is capable of, this is what's going to happen. So that is, I think, just the coolest part, and I want every single other racing game to have this. I understand why they can't because of licensing issues. You also just can't run into walls. Like, in most racing sims, if you ram someone, there's like a penalty system. This is like its own punishment. I ram into you, well, my car is gonna get damaged too, so I think that's just the coolest thing. If we had damage models inside of sims, we wouldn't have to worry so much about like broken penalty systems like Forza Motorsport. If you want a more in-depth video, I use in-depth in quotes here because it was more of me talking about BeamNG. Then watch this video here about how BeamNG is just a breath of fresh air. The next game is now, I never had Dirt Rally 2 or anything like that, or Richard Burns Rally, which I heard is good. I might have to try it. So I'm gonna put it at a solid 7 out of 10. So a solid A tier. The first to enter. No, not the first to enter A tier. You can tell I'm so sick right now. Not the first to enter A tier. But the whole thing. So it has pretty realistic physics. I mean, it's not the most realistic, but the whole thing on its own is just it's its own thing. It's a rally sim. There are no current rally sims really. Dirt Rally 2 has been basically just canceled and left to die. But you know, EA's WRC seems like an improvement from what I've heard. It has better asphalt physics, which is still not great. It feels like I'm driving on ice. It has a wide range of cars. It has everything between Group B, the current WRC cars. I forget what they're called. It's like 4-wheel, HD, some another. It has like all the rally cars. The only big thing that hurts me is it just doesn't have Pikes Peak, which is because Polyphony Digital, the people who make Gran Turismo, has the rights, but they didn't put it in the game. I'm hoping it comes in one of their future updates. I still really enjoy this game though because it's so fun. It's just I can spend hours driving it. The final game on the sim side is to put it lightly, not great. Just a disclaimer. I played it back in November when I had Xbox Game Pass, so it might have changed a bit. I know they added the Nordschleifer in their newest update. They added Brands Hatch, stuff like that. I'm also looking at it from a game and simulator view, not like a performance view or not looking at it for how the graphics are. I'm gonna be looking more at the physics, the game ideology, and the stuff that matters really. But I'm just gonna dive right into the good first. It has a decent upgrade system. I know a lot of people are gonna fire me, just burn me for that, but honestly, I don't mind grinding for cars. I know some people don't like it, and that's completely fine. I do like the system that they had in place. I know they changed it recently, so I don't know if they changed it too. The feeling on controller is amazing. I don't have a wheel yet. I'm gonna get one soon, hopefully. but the feeling on controller is good. And the chase cam is the best I've seen. I don't drive in chase cam though, so. Side note, the graphics are good, but because my PC is a potato, I can't experience them, and that the graphics aren't gonna go into the ranking. I think they're good. They're better than Gran Turismo, but I'm not gonna rate them on that. On the bad side, performance. I'm not gonna harp on it too much. I know I said I have my PC is pretty bad, but it could run most AAA games at low settings and get a consistent 50 to 60 frames per second. When I was on Forza Motorsport, I was getting 30 frames at the best, and the track would unload randomly. Maybe it's just PC problems. Maybe my PC's terrible. Who knows? I'm thinking it's more of they optimized it for Xbox and not for PC. And then the physics are horrible. Like, let me take this Ufia line to speed up. And also, like, what is the penalty system? I'm never going to use my brakes ever again because I could just ram them. I'm going to use the other driver as my brakes. That is my rant about Forza Motorsport done. It's the first game to enter D tier. Sorry, Forza fans. Try Gran Turismo 7 sometime, or Assetto Corsa. Now, we are at the part that you all really came here to see. You didn't come here to hear me talk about normal sims. You came here to hear me talk about Roblox racing. And the first sim thing on the roster is Midnight Racing, which, I'm gonna be honest, first Roblox sim that has actually disappointed me. I didn't like it. I don't know, I might not be the target audience for it or something. They might not be aiming for a sim racer. Who knows? The physics seem to be on par with Need for Speed, and I'm gonna tell you guys something. I love Need for Speed. I have 120 hours in Need for Speed Heat and Need for Speed Unbound. I love those games so much. So don't tell me it's just because I'm a sim racer. I love those games. But there's something about this one, dude. It's just, I don't know. And on top of that, I was lagging so bad on a Roblox game. And I don't mean like the internet was cutting in and out. My internet was fine. Like, the other drivers, smooth as day. I was getting like 45 frames a second though, which is ludicrous because my PC isn't so bad. It can run almost any Roblox game on high settings, but this game kills it. I don't know why. They didn't optimize this. The handling isn't all there too. I play on controller. So it just kind of does not like controller. On top of that, the lag might have messed with my handling. Also, I set my gearbox to manual mode and it switched to automatic on its own. Also, the reason in the video you cannot hear the sim is because I turned off their music and then it turned itself back on. The slider that they have built in doesn't work. I don't know why. I can't fix it. So you're gonna be hearing just my voice and whatever background music I have in there. And also, why is the low and mid RPM range on the car so slow? Like, huh? I understand the mid RPM range being slow, but it's ludicrously slow. And the low RPM is like, that's supposed to be where you have the most acceleration, but my high RPM was the fastest at going. My distance between like 1,000 and 3,000 was stupidly slow. 3,000 to 5,000 really slow. 6,000 to like 10,000 flew by. It was insane. That's not how cars usually work. It's usually super fast in the first bottom half, slow down in the middle, catch up in the end, But, maybe this is just game design. Who knows? But I'm sorry. This is getting a 4 out of 10. It's going with Forza. You Forza players can enjoy this. Next is the World of Cars, the movie sim thing. It's better than the last game. And yeah, it's based on Cars the movie, but it's still decent. It has suspension travel, and I know it's in fact not an animation. I checked it by doing different speeds and seeing how the car would react if I threw it back and forth. It's definitely physics-based. The suspension travel is actually good. My only big downside with it is there are microtransactions, which I'm not going to hold it against it too much because it's a Roblox game, and Roblox doesn't pay well for people who are on the small end. Also, there's vehicle collision. I can crash with other cars. Also, look at this thing I did. Is it funny? I thought it was funny. Also has so many car options like Lewis Hamilton, who I didn't even know was in Cars 2 until I went and rewatched the movie. Unfortunately, no Michael Schumacher though, who was in the first movie. He's the Ferrari at the end of the movie. Also, every time I turned the music off, it went back on again when I changed maps, which was a tad annoying. I'm gonna put it at 6 out of 10, so B tier. I'm a side note for y'all. I have not finished scripting out the last 2 paragraphs, so I'm gonna leave and then come back later to finish this.
So, what's up, y'all? I have been back after like a 3-4 month absence because life just tumbled in on me all of a sudden. So I finished this video probably mid-April, and it's just been sitting on my hard drive, and I just haven't uploaded it for reasons. But I might get back into the groove of things. I might not. I have no idea, frankly. So we'll see where things go. I might start uploading again. Who knows? But yeah, there was supposed to be a collab at the end of this, but never could figure out how to get the Google Drive thing working. So yeah.